All right, we're back for a new M. Night Shyamalan review. Is it good? Let's hope. Let's talk about that. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a non-spoiler review of the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Knock at the Cabin. So just to let you know, this is a non-spoiler review. I am going to do a spoiler review because I do want to talk about some of the themes in this movie, but this is a non-spoiler review just for the time being. We'll look out for my spoiler review when that comes. Okay, so new, of course, M. Night Shyamalan movie based off a book, which I think this is one of his first movies that is based off a property outside of The Last Airbender. But it has three screenwriters. It stars Dave Bautista, Jared Groff. It has Rupert Grint, so on and so forth. And it's about a family, two husbands and their daughter, who basically travel to this cabin. They're on vacation, and they are unfortunately terrorized by these four individuals, or at least they think they're being terrorized by these four individuals who, if you've seen the trailer, this is not a spoiler, who believe that if one of them doesn't sacrifice themselves, will, of course, bring on the apocalypse. And so therefore, these four individuals give them a choice. And these, if you're in the situation, you kind of know that, you don't want to make that choice because, it's somebody's going to die that you love. But it becomes a story about, humanity and stuff like that, about what you would choose and what you would give up to save the other, population in the world. And that's kind of where I'm gonna leave it for a non-spoiler review or non-spoiler synopsis, because it's very difficult to talk about an M. Night Shyamalan movie without giving a lot of spoilers away. So, like I said, there will be a spoiler review. With that said, this is one of the few properties that is not a M. Night Shyamalan original, which may or may not be a good thing for most people. It depends on how you feel about that. I think the last time he made a adapted property was like The Last Airbender. We saw how that went. But I like this trailer a lot. I really did. I think it's fun. I think it's entertaining. I think it's thrilling. I think the fact that, you have Dave Bautista as like the lead role in this movie is a lot of fun. Like I said, you also bring in, people like Quinn, Nikki, Amuka-Bird, Rupert Grint, who of course is in The Servant with the M. Night Shyamalan show. And it just looked like a fun movie. It really did. It looked like a tense movie. It looked like a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan, who just, it depends on how you feel, but I feel like he does a lot of schlock. So with that said, enough of my rambling. How is this movie? Is it worth watching? Well, here's how I looked at it. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan. I think it's tense. I think it has a lot of interesting concepts and ideas, but it's not for everyone. It's a movie like Old or like a lot of his films where you're really going to love it or you're really going to hate it. I know a lot of people who are really bored, including my friend, that we're just not enjoying this movie. I know a lot of people who will find this movie just tedious and just kind of, what is even the point? There's stuff in this movie that I really feel is impactful, and ideas or concepts are interesting, but it comes down to what you think about M. Night Shyamalan. It's going to be a movie that's going to be very divisive, and that's just kind of fortunately what he has done for his career. I think the major standout for this movie is all the actors in the movie, to be fairly honest. Even everyone from the young kid to the parents to the four individuals. I think they all stand out in like special moments in this movie, and the kind of the difficult natures of what they have to present to the movie, and kind of the fact that it deals with a lot of just ideas that are still prevalent in today's society. And it really is a movie that has a lot going for it and a lot to say. It's not perfect. It definitely goes places. It kind of has an ending which I think is a little rote, but I think it's for an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I think it's actually well presented. It's well done. It's an entertaining movie with a lot of interesting ideas and concepts. But like I said, it's based off a book, so maybe that helps the movie somewhat. I don't know, but like I said, it's creepy. You don't know if these characters are telling the truth throughout the movie or not. I think in the end, because I'm not going to make this a very long review because I want to do a spoiler review, but I think in the end, I think this world that is being presented, I think it's the adaptation that's being presented. I think M. Night allowing people to work with him in a screenwriting capacity really helped this movie a lot. And for better or worse, I think this is probably M. Night Shyamalan's best movie since Split, to be fairly honest. I think Split was a fantastic film. And I think this is a film that, though it's flawed, is still an interesting, entertaining film with a lot of cool messages and concepts, and just the idea of like, the apocalypse and what would you do to save humanity is always an interesting concept if done properly. So I like the movie. I enjoyed it. I think it's worth watching. But once again, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. You got to kind of go in with that conceit and that concept and that idea that he's still just not the director he used to be. And that, I think that's why I enjoyed this movie, because at least it feels like a more interesting, more entertaining film than even Old was. And I wasn't a huge fan of Old. I actually really didn't like Old, to be fairly honest. So with that said, that's going to be my take on Knock at the Cabin. It's a film that I enjoyed. Most people did, so take that for what it's worth. Anyways, thank you so much, as always, for watching my reviews. Comments below, what do you think of this movie overall? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you even going to watch this movie knowing M. Night Shyamalan and his kind of material? But let me know. Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, if you like what you see on these videos, awesome. Hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at top to find what's coming next. If you like the videos, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out.